My name is Stephanie Funk with McGraw Realtors Bentonville. I am a digital marketer by trade. I got a degree in advertising and public relations from the University of Arkansas. And then I went on to start a very successful mommy blog. And from there, ended up in digital marketing for an e-commerce company that was very successful, that was based in Fayetteville, Arkansas, and ultimately started my own influencer marketing agency. And from there, ended up in real estate. I had my own, obviously, real estate that I owned, had always been fascinated and curious about it, and then had an opportunity to go get my license, and I just absolutely hit the ground running, fell in love with it. I love the aspect of real estate that you start a project and then you have closure at the end of a transaction, and then in some cases very soon thereafter you get to start over. If you're working with an investor, you get to start over on a whole different project. So that's a lot of fun for me. The idea of bringing McGraw into Northwest Arkansas is very exciting to me. McGraw has such an amazing reputation. I am a very process-driven person. I love structure, love process, but I also am very drawn to the energy of an organization. And from the moment that I met the leadership of the McGraw team, I fell in love. I just have not seen or experienced another agency like this, certainly not in Arkansas, and so it's very exciting to be able to bring that to our area, bring that legitimacy, bring that credibility, bring that energy to our area so that we can serve our community. I've been in Northwest Arkansas for about 13 years. I moved from Little Rock. I had gone to college in Fayetteville, graduated in '99, went home to Little Rock, and then came back to a very different Northwest Arkansas in 2008 than what I had left in 1999. And I was blown away by the amount of growth that had happened. The area seems to be expanding exponentially every year. We grow at about 35 people a day in Northwest Arkansas, which is pretty incredible. I've lived in Prairie Grove, which is just southwest of Fayetteville. Then I lived in Fayetteville, then moved to Bentonville, to kind of southwest, the more suburb area. I bought a house in Bella Vista and owned a rental in Bella Vista, and now I live in downtown Bentonville. So I feel like I've done the tour de Northwest Arkansas. I've lived everywhere, kind of aware of all of it, and I'm in love. It's home. I have two daughters. One is in middle school and one is in kindergarten. The little one is a mountain biker and she's in gymnastics. The older one is a pianist and she's in gifted and talented. So we are constantly on the go in a million different directions. Oh, and I have two Bichons and a golden doodle. So something people might not know, why would they, is that I was a competitive figure skater as a teen. Or a preteen, I guess. That was my extracurricular growing up, was competitive figure skating. Not a lot of that going on in Arkansas. So in my spare time, which is not a lot of time, I do some mountain biking. I love to work out, so I go to the gym, I go for runs or walks. I like to spend time with my friends and my kids, and we just fill the time with stuff that's going on in the community. So we go to Crystal Bridges, we go to the Momentary, we go to the parks, never a dull moment. Oh, and then in the summer, we're at the farmers market every Saturday. It's the farmers market in Bentonville, and it's like this in Fayetteville too, is more than just where you go to get produce. It's like a social activity. That's just a lot of fun for our family to go and see all of our friends and do a little shopping on Saturdays. I love data. I'm a numbers person. I love digging into statistics. So, when we do a comparative market analysis, you can make data tell any kind of story. It really is more of an art than a science. And so looking at a neighborhood and knowing how far back to go on the comps, or how far out to go in the area, or what's similar about this, and really digging into that is very much fun for me. The other part that I really get excited about is the negotiation part of actually getting under contract. And especially today, the market is so lopsided right now. It won't be that way forever. But because it is so lopsided right now, you have to be very clever and very cunning to get, if you're on the buyer side, to get your contract accepted. And then if you're on the seller side, you have to really know how to compare these contracts because they are never apples to apples. And so knowing what is really meaningful to your seller at the end of the day and then delivering that for them is so exciting for me. We are McGraw Realtors Bentonville, and we make real estate simple.